What's up, good people? This Isaiah. And as we look at the tape, you know what I'm saying? This will probably be the last video of the year unless another Eden decides to pull a fast one and release a character within the next like 4 days, 5 days or so. So, there's that. Should be interesting. Alright, anyway. Shooting this video to talk about what we've been through, as in what characters we've completed this past month or so, and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much the plan here. Really. So let's see. I believe the last time, geez, when was the last time I actually did a video on Another Eden? Last video was last month, exactly a month ago, which is nuts. So at least by the time I'm recording this will probably go up on the 27th, but it's been a month. So note to self, be a bit more consistent with the video uploads come next year. You know what I mean? So definitely need to do that. Speaking of, let's see here, according to the people, right, according to the people, my most popular video to date so far when it comes to Another Eden is actually one of the first videos I did back in June of 2023, which is how I grind for light and shadow points. If we were talking about most popular video this year, that would be the video I did on Xinhua and Annabelle ES, giving my first take on them. That was back April 11th. So anyway, good stuff, good stuff. Appreciate all 2,283 people that viewed that video. Definitely appreciate it. And that's just, of course, like I said, just based on view counts. If I went by comments here, unfortunately, YouTube does not let me sort by comments, which is ridiculous. Like, why? Why can't I do that? Anyway. Let's see here. Actually, that Xinhua video may be one of the most commented videos. Actually, let's see. Yeah, at least that's what it's looking like so far. Anyway, so back to the topic at hand here. You know what I'm saying? Back to the topic at hand. Alright. So, characters I finished this past month here. We're going to start with Sword, because there's no point in showing Staff and Light, because I finished them all. Same thing with Sword, Light. So, we're going to go with Shadow, Sword here. We're going to go ahead and sort by Shadow here. And the character I finished this month in regards to this is Hizmena Alter. Alright. I've been debating for the longest time whether or not I should finish her character or not. And I'm just like, you know what? I might as well. So I have 22 Luring Shadow Sword left here. But other than that, you know, all the gacha characters are finished. You know, only characters left here are just these free ones in regards to Sword. Alright. So there's that there. The other one here. Let's see. Is she a hammer? No, she's a fist user. Id, right? We finished her the day we got her. All right, this happened inside of David's Discord. For those of you that are not a member, you might want to join that. All right. So that's where we had finished her up. I originally was not going to do it. I figured like once I got her, that was it. And the primary reason why I wasn't going to do it is because this is all we got for Luring Shadow Fist users, right? Not that many. I mean, you could include, say, what's her name? Melina ES as another Fist user, but, you know, she has two, I think, hammer versions of her. So I'm like, I'm not really going to include that. So this is all we got. So originally I wasn't going to finish her, but I'm like, you know what? I might as well just get it over with. All right. So finished Id here. Who else in the Shadow that we done finished out here? it will be Shion, right, from Tales of Arise. Finished her. She was the only one I had left, as you all just saw. So I'm like, all right, fine. We'll just go ahead and finish her as well. There's 39 Luring Shadow Bow left. All right. And naturally, it's the same issue with finishing Id. You know, there's 7 total Luring Shadow fists, and then we have 9 total Luring Shadow bow here. All right. So that's why, you know, we decided to finish that. And then finally, for staff users, we had finished Radica here. Didn't really have to be honest with you, but considering she was so close, I think she was like 15 off. I was like, all right, fine. I'll just finish this to knock this out. You know what I mean? So, as we finish her, and as you can see, there's only 4 Luring Shadow staff left. That leaves me with, really, there's Shion and Dunarith as my only 2 gacha units left to finish here. Impel, he's still sitting at 80. Alright, naturally. In fact, these are the only Luring Shadow staff users I have left to complete. Okay. If we were to take a look at everything else, though, like, do I really need to go here? This is, right, Izuna, she was finished day 1, right, as soon as we got her. I don't think I did her quest here. Nope, haven't done her quest yet. So, naturally, that means I haven't done any testing with her either. You know what I mean? So, there's that. Or any real damage testing with her, I should say. I know I did a video on her last month, to be exact. Alright, but yeah, all these guys are done. You know what I mean? So, if we go to Sword here, alright, Luring Shadow, which is Guiding Light, Sword, all these guys are done, to include El Seal here. I need to level her up a bit more. I'm liking that these units have follow-up attacks. El Seal and Id, right, having these follow-up attacks. You know what I mean? Because they can be abused like crazy, you know? So, just thought about it, like, think Barrier Pierce with these follow-up attacks, assuming it would actually count them. But then at the same time, we think about fighting EPS Murphy from Route 99 when Curio was first released. You know what I mean? So I think that'd be pretty cool. Something worth testing, really. And it also makes you wonder, like, if you could, like, solo, like, the Ukwachi tribe, yeah, mainly just that tribe, I guess. You know what I mean? So, cool beans. And then, of course, obviously, you know, I don't really need to showcase her, but might as well. Where is she? Yuna, obviously being the latest Stellar Awakened character. Okay. Haven't really did anything with her yet. Didn't really pay too much attention to her kit or anything like that. So, we'll have to wait and see, really, how to best use her in team comps. You know what I mean? So, let me just actually take a look here. So, it was a True Manifest. This here got a buff. Burn Away. Divine Utterance. Okay. Stack 1 Burn Away on all enemies after skill. Activate Malign Expulsion. Okay, what does that do? After skill activate. Is that a new skill or is that a skill she already had? What is that? Okay, cool. Enemies int and type resistance. Okay, int down 30, type resistance down 50. Debuff increase times 2. So this could be a down 30 or down 60 and a down 100. Wow, okay. Cool. That'd be nice. Okay. Got it. Burn Away, power, minus 50 and int minus 50 per stack, max times 3. If you're in a KO, remove all stacks. So basically you want to keep Yuna alive based on what I just read. Alright, let's see here. Just new blessing she got. Inspired. Okay, restore all party members. Restore all statuses. Okay, we knew she did that already. Stack 1 Inspired. After skill use, Vigorous Charm, which is... Vigorous Charm. No. This here. Okay. And Inspired. HP plus 500, MP plus 50 per stack. Wow, okay. Nice. And then her Stellar ability here. Let's see. Frontline status immunity. All party members 2 turns. That's nice. Divine Vessel. Here. Magic attack on all enemies. Times 2. Double XL. Damage increase if target is poisoned or pained. Times 16. Wow, okay. Not bad. Certain buffs are inverted, becoming debuff effects for 1 turn. Stack 1 burn away. Stack 1 inspired on. Oh, so this will give both burn away and inspired. Nice. Alright, cool. And Stellar Burst, strength increase times 2. Revive all main and reserve party members. And restore 100% HP and grant 100% damage barrier. Damn. Alright, who else has something similar to that? I'm thinking like Tetra, of course, but, you know. I don't think Tetra doesn't give 100% damage barrier, you know what I mean? So, interesting stuff. And that's through her Stellar Burst, too. Like, if you can get the AF quickly enough, and then use the AF, build up that Stellar gauge, do a Stellar Burst, say, you know, you're up against a boss, she says she has Hold Ground, for example. I guess it wouldn't make sense to give her Hold Ground to keep her alive. And, you know, you have 3 enemies who all die. Well, guess what? You know, use your whole Stellar Burst with Yuna to bring those characters back to life, and then you just VC the 3 characters who died back into the fight. You know what I mean? So, anyway. Moving on. Just some ideas here. Alright, we don't need to look at that. Katana. What we have here, pretty much all of them, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait to see what they do. Where is she? Oh wait, she's a shadow user. Never mind. Axe here. I'm thinking Mythos chapter 4. Can't wait to see what they do with that, because it's a bit interesting. You know what I mean? Like when I was doing its quest, for example, her 3rd quest, and you have to fight the boss or the monster, I guess. And you may have it in your party, but guess what? She's no longer in your party when you fight that monster for reasons. All right. I'm wondering how they're going to do this with this other character. You know what I mean? So, anyway. There's my lance. Here, all done. Nothing to really worry about. My damage dealers, when it comes to like clearing dungeons and whatnot, is Tiramisu and Annabelle. Yes, you know what I mean? Rise haven't used much. Bertrand definitely haven't used much. Yuela I used when testing. And then coming up with other like ideas around her kit in particular, because she basically like borrows from whoever's to her right. You know, so if we pair her with like Aldo, for example, it'd be a fire slash type attacks that she would do instead of what's mentioned here in her description. Alright, so looking at Bo here. More Stellar Awaken. Sirius here. Definitely one of my favorite Stellar Awaken characters. Mainly because he's coolish. Cool as you know what. Know what I mean? Plus the amount of damage he can do. You know, it's like 4 hits. Boom, 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 boom. If there was a way to... I'm just thinking about it, like... If there's a way to make it so that he does blunt-based damage, and I believe that skill hits all... Strongest learned unique ability. So now I gotta go to the unique ability here to see. This hits all enemies. Okay. So imagine that you hit the enemy 4 times. You throw it in the party. And what do you got? You got a follow-up attack for each of those times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it follows up with an additional 4. You see what I'm saying? So just something I'm thinking about. You know what I mean? There's probably a way to get him to do blunt-based attacks. The question then becomes like, how could we keep it that way? You know what I mean? So, be interesting stuff, right? Let's see here. Yeah, no one else here to really write about. Fish users, we were just looking at it. Lingley, Tithi, Rufus, Ngoy. Dewey was pretty damn cool when used against in the Tower of Wisdom, I believe. All right. Mariel is great, lovely. Okay, with the they get attacked and then she can follow up with I believe setting, I forget what it does, maybe poison and maybe something else. Good stuff. Let's see how much Shadow. Okay, 317 guiding light. So which of these KOF fighters would I be completing is the question, considering they're all at 82. You know what I mean? Which one is the question here? Probably Terry. Probably. I don't know. We'll see. Or I might just keep them, because again, you have no idea what AE has planned. Right? Wait a second. Do we really not have? Okay, who's next to get Stellar Awakened here? Out of the people on this list. You know, because if we go back and look, Staff, we got a Stellar Awakened unit here. At least that's light based. Sword, we have a few. Okay, Katana, we have a few. Axe, we have 2. Lance, we have a few. Like, look at this. They really like Lance users for some reason. All right. Bow, we have a few. All right. Fists, just a few. But then no one for hammer. Light base, very interesting stuff. All right. And as you can see, Poporo is our last one. And ooh, man, look at that. 245 guiding light hammer to the 1 point there. You know what I mean? Very interesting stuff. If we go to Shadow Hammer, as you can see, there's more Stellar Awakened units. Let me actually do... Nope, we'll leave it as it is. I was going to sort by level. But as you can see, plenty of Stellar Awakened units here. In fact, hold on. There is 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 units here that aren't. Okay. Fist. All right. Lots of them, as you can see there. I'm liking Tsubame right now, mainly because of how easy it is to, like, if you throw her in a win team with like Sesta and maybe Shiguri ES, right? It's pretty easy to get her back, or to get, if you use an AF, it's pretty easy to get it back, right? You'll probably have it back by the end of that second turn. You know what I mean? If you AF in the first turn, you'll have a full AF bar by second turn, by the end of the second turn. You know what I mean? So, pretty good stuff. Bow here. Okay. Alma, probably one of the best units to be released. All right. Mainly because of, like, what you can do with her. All right. Benefica, she's okay. I wish that damage of 999 million was at damage cap instead of 999 million. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. All right. Let's see here. And just 2 Stellar Awakened characters. Nice. All right. Cool. Moving on. Lance here, probably one of the weakest that I have so far. As you can see, there's only one of them, Milsha, the only one that's finished. With Galliard at 173 here. It'll be a while before I finish all of these guys. Really, because if you just look at Gacha, there's only 3. You know, Milsha, Hozuki, and Tuva, and that's it. You know, so they would need to release more Shadow Lance users for me to actually speed this up. You know what I mean? Anyway, Axe here, we have Mazrika. Okay. I'm shocked. Well, actually, no, I guess it makes sense for Benedict to not be SA'd yet. Stellar Awakened yet here. But, we have Zilva. Alright. I did that test with him, but I believe there may be other uses for him as well. Because I was thinking about this a while ago with just using characters who had like these end of turn based attacks, whether or not they got hit or not. So not counters, but really just end of turn attacks. And I was thinking about different team comps where that could actually be used. And I believe Zilva is a character who has such abilities. You know what I mean? So something to think about. Zilva, Oma. Who else has like a counter or end of turn? Kuchinawa. Who else? None of them thinking about it. Who else would actually have Shiguri? Yes, maybe. Drawing a blank, who else would actually have that? Okay. 167 out of 80. I could finish her if I did the pulling. Alright. To get the extra, what is that? It'd be 175 based on where she's currently at. So the extra, 8 points or whatever. I could do the pulling for it, but just rather not. You know what I mean? Anyway, swords here. Okay. We have Lily, Minolka, and Jill. Alright. Finished up Giltna. Alright. And I didn't have one of those issues where last time where I finished Iffy. And I logged out the game or closed the game, went back in the game and looked at it and didn't see that I did anything with Iffy. So that's good news. You know what I mean? So anyway, just like I said before, apparently 3 characters left out of the 3 Stellar Awakened characters. Which one would I primarily use? Probably Lily. Probably. Mainly because she can like buff the party, you know what I mean, 100%, you know, so. And then staff here. All right. Here we have this, and I pretty much already showed that, but Shinwa is probably my go-to as far as like, if I needed someone non-elemental damage, she's who I'm going to, you know, so. This guy here, you know what I'm saying? Bit of a different beast. Like I still consider him like the debuff king. You know, he'll drop everything. With, let's see, where is it? Is it Piercing Stone? No. Yeah, here we go. River of Snakes. Drops int, power, speed, endurance, and spirit. You know what I mean? By 50% for 5 turns. So yeah, he's my, if I needed a debuffer to debuff everything, right, he'd be the one I go to. You know what I mean? So anyway, Iffy still top tier, right? There's no denying that. All right. And yeah, that's pretty much the account here. As you can see, there's quite a bit for me to finish, and by quite a bit, I mean that literally. If I open up these quests here, wait, why is there mythos here? Oh, okay, never mind. If we look at the character quests, first of all, man, like, lots of character quests for me to do. All right, and what are these? Oh, yes, lots of character quests for me to do. Okay, lots of stones for me to get. And things of that nature. If we look at subquests, there's a handful of those for me to do. These, I believe, are all attached to Sophia. Yeah, lots of quests for me to do. You know what I mean? I'm in no rush to do them, as you can all imagine. Alright, episodes here. What is this? Oh, I haven't done this still. Jeez. A few super bosses for me to take on. You know what I mean? The newer super bosses, obviously the newest 2. I still have to take on, what is it, Kaputnik? And I believe that's just 3. Is it really just the only 3? There's probably like another one. I probably have to go back to the Tower of Wisdom, right? I mean, if I can't even do that. But I believe it may just be those 3 super bosses. And then, of course, like, in the, what's the name of that village? Right? In the maze village, I have to complete that time-twisted maze, if you will. Because I haven't made it to floor 20 yet. If anything, I got bored and I just left, you know? So, things like that left for me to do inside of another Eden. You know what I mean? So, anyway. Yeah, Kuchinawa. He's a debuff guy. Anyway, so, yeah, I would say that's pretty much it for me in regards to AE. It's been a pretty good year, according to the stats, like I said. I mean, granted, the numbers don't mean a damn thing to me, you know? It says 333,300 views, which, again, don't mean a lick of anything To me, it's like from a numbers perspective, but to the people that have watched, it's definitely appreciated. You know what I mean? And what is it? We got 177 new subscribers, which ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? 239 total comments. Not bad, considering this is just a channel I use for fun. You know? So, anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Plans for next year, probably be a bit more consistent with the uploads. Monetization probably will never happen on this channel because I don't really need to do that. You know what I mean? Those that know, right? Anyone that's been gifted a membership through David's stuff through me, you know, hope you guys enjoy it. All right. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you have questions for me or something you would like to see, you know, feel free to let me know. I know one thing someone asked about several weeks ago had to do with clearing the trials using like the newer characters, right? Because I did that fight where I took on the frogs, committed frogicide, if you will, using just Shinhwa. So I believe someone had asked or had mentioned, you know, I could just go through that with just the newer updated characters just to see how like really overpowered some of these characters are. And honestly, it's ridiculous. Like Tiramisu could probably clear that first stage on her own, you know what I mean? Considering all the damage she can do. So, but yeah, things like that. But if you guys have other ideas of things you would like to see in the next year, you know, next year I should say, feel free to let me know and we'll see what we can do. All right, so that's pretty much it for this one. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and it's been a pleasure. See you all next year.